BR100 document, okay, business requirement document, okay. Just I am removing, just for your understanding, I have just shown you, okay, well. Calendar, basically the purpose of the calendar is to record the transaction with a given date. For example, if I wanted to record anything in the system, either invoice or maybe transaction or maybe payment or maybe receipt or any general or any reconciliation activity, date is a mandatory thing. How the date information can be captured? By calendar only. How to define the calendar in the system? We are going to see that. This is one of the forces activity which we are trying to perform. Let's go ahead and perform your calendar. How to define your calendar? Let's come here. First activity which we are doing, okay. So either of the ways you can go ahead and do it from here or else from here. Mostly we can do it from here, okay. Manage accounting. I know the task names and all, hence I'm searching directly. But see here, I miss the spelling here. If you see, when I try to search, here no tasks are associated with this functional area. Okay. Accounting. So spelling is also very important, guys. Manage accounting calendar. See here. If you enter something wrong, it's automatically throw the error. Manage accounting calendar. Well, so here, don't confuse whatever which are available in the system. This is a test instance, same like us, n number of people are created. Okay. So as I mentioned, we need to follow one naming convention. It will be easy for you to get all the information, or if you wanted to search any information, you can go ahead and search it. If you don't follow any naming convention, it's very tough to follow that. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the calendar configuration. Here, I wanted to use the naming convention like AUGN. Whenever you do your practice, you can go ahead and.
Sir, you are not going to use that rapid implementation sheet?
We are going to use that. First, I wanted to explain manually. By the
Okay,
time
okay.
you guys understand the navigation, if I go and directly show the process and all, it's very tough to, navigation, and in case you stuck somewhere,
Okay,
how to
okay,
do
okay.
that, right?
Got
Okay.
it, got it,
It's
got
it's
it, got
it's
it.
it's going to take hardly 2 sessions or 1 session. Okay, guys, I'm here
Oh,
to give you best training. Okay, better training till possible extent. Please just follow me. Okay. Yeah.
okay, okay, sir.
Don't think about, like, maybe rapid. We'll try to we'll cover that. But if I for me, it's a half an hour activity to prepare the rapid sheet and prepare the data and upload it, and I can go ahead and query each and every activity and all. But no, I wanted to show you, elaborate on each area, then later we can do rapid process. By the time it will be easy for you. Okay. Well, let's
Okay,
just
okay,
say,
okay.
yeah, add it. The naming convention. As I said, the naming convention, I'm following everything with this naming convention. Okay. So I'm giving like us this. When it coming to EBS, this is very, very simplified, the calendar definition. So I wanted to use
EBS
from
is bit
January.
complex, correct?
Correct. It's very, very complex. Compared with this cloud, it's very, very simplified. Okay.
Okay,
So here, and period frequency, it's either monthly, weekly, quarterly, whatever. So monthly, not even 99%, 100%, they are going to use monthly only. Okay. So user defined prefix, yes, that's fine. And period, first period, obviously, whatever the period which you take, you can see that the format is YY,
okay.
month,
Which format we
year.
need to
We
use?
want to
Either,
use
okay,
the, yeah. And here, budget control only. This is something you can put a cursor here. You can see the definition. This, in case you wanted to use the same calendar budget, you can just enable that. So we are not going to use that. So just adjustment period. Here you can see adjustment period is basically which we are going to use in case any transaction which are missed. For example, let's take January to December. There are some couple of transactions which are missed. There is a concept called adjustment period. If you wanted to enter anything in that particular adjustment period for the missed transaction, or in case any deleted things and all, you can adjust here. Okay. So how you wanted to do? Either you wanted to do this adjustment period once at year end, or else once at mid year and twice at year end. Okay. You have different options, twice at year end and none you wanted to maintain, everything you can select the option. But yet the
Mostly
recommendation
it's
is,
quarterly or once at a year end only, correct?
yeah. Basically, Oracle recommends once at year end we can use that, because this will be helpful for the audit purposes as well. If I give a flexibility quarterly and all, so they can enter miss transaction and all, again they are come here, simply they try to adjust and all. So to do best exercise and to avoid this kind of issues, always go ahead with the once at year end. So next, just say next here. Okay. The moment once you click on next, what it's going to do, see here, it's very, very simple. Automatically, the
Okay,
date,
automatically defined. System has defined auto.
you can see here, calendar, January, started automatically. So guys, one more thing, as a functional consultant, we are trying to do the configuration for our financial modules, but in the back end, everything is already developed. Here we are trying to do the configuration based on our requirement. You are not going to do some kind of technical things and all. No. Here functionally we are doing the configuration. How the function should be run, how the calendar should be followed, how the ledger should be generated, how the legal entry should be generated, how the transactions are generated, how the reconciliation can happen, how the period close activity happen. So everything we are trying to perform the function which can be used from the end user perspective, from the business standpoint. Okay. So here nothing need to do. It's, I can say it's a no technical dependency here. No need to learn something technically, queries and all. No, it's everything is already well developed, the application. We are here trying to do the configuration based on that. Based on the if you know the configuration, whenever you work for the support project, once the configuration completed, the project went live, you need to work for the supporting projects, right? So if you know all this, it will be very easy for you to fix the issues. Okay. So when here the calendars, everything which is updated, if you see here, this adjustment period, basically it's automatically, its adjustment period is
Okay, it's
enabled.
automatically updated adjustment period
Updated.
as well. Okay.
Yes. In EBS, it's very, we need to enter everything manually and it's very tough. And of course, there is other way to do through a BDA, but here it's very simplified. For example, here, just save it. In case if you wanted to add the next year, just click on just add button. That's it. Automatically, it can be. When I started working as my, end user role, I used to I used to open the periods. I used to add the periods. It's very tough creating the periods for 10 years at a time, almost 2 hours activity, 3 hours activity. Now it's simply, see here, just I click on add here. The 2025 also will be added. See here, it's added. Just save it. Again, come here. Okay, just say on. Okay, it's still loading. Okay, just wait. See here, 24, 25. Which one you wanted to query? You can go ahead and query that. Same way you can query that. Query and you can add that whatever. Okay. Particularly if you wanted to search any period here.
So simply we are just adding here only. Okay, here. No need to
Exactly.
even upload.
Exactly. So correct. You're correct. So here, if you see, this is something in case if you wanted to query any particular period, this is one of the query by example. Okay. This can be available in all the areas. Okay. Just example, if you wanted to search only January 24, you can search with that. This you wanted to export to Excel, yes, you can go ahead and do that. Okay. In case if you wanted to see any other activities like, show all, you can go ahead and see that all the tasks which are available here. In case you wanted to this, for example, if you wanted to disable this, you can able to disable this. End date is not available here. Okay. So if you wanted to add again, show all the fields will be available here. Okay. And just say enter it. Well, this is how we can go ahead and verify the details. And also, who has created this? You can see here about this record. We has done this dash updated by 224.24, 242. This basically US timing system is going to be considered. Okay. And created by this, updated by this. Okay. Here also you can able to search with the person names, who has done, means person in the sense individual, like who has done that. Okay, just say save and close. Okay, well, calendar definition is done. So in case if you have any questions, please. Okay, nothing to much on the calendar area. Okay, the same, I'm telling you, right, it's very simplified in all the concepts related to your cloud area. But knowing the process, knowing the task, understanding the concept, understanding the business requirement is very important. Okay, and enabling the currencies, this is also very simplified compared with your EBS. Don't confuse, guys, in case someone is not from EBS background. EBS is nothing but enterprise business suite R12. Prior to cloud version, we used to have. Still most of the clients are using. Clients have started migrating to the cloud. Hence, the opportunity wise, there are many opportunities going to become maybe in the next 1 or 2 years. It's very tough by 2028 or 2029. It's very tough to get a consultants. Okay, because the demand would be very huge. Okay, just go ahead and search with that. Manage currencies here. Okay, just click on that. Every task I updated here. But in case if you wanted to refer, you can go ahead and refer that, or else whenever you do practice, go ahead with the recording session so that you can go ahead and do that. When it coming to EBS, we used to add the currencies and all, but here all the currencies by default it will be available. Just say click on search, no need to query anything. For example, if I wanted to search with USD, yes, I can go ahead and search with that, or else I can go ahead and search with that INR, or else I can go ahead and search with that GBP. I'm taking some few primary currencies. Yeah, and Singapore HKD dollars, THP Thailand. Okay, some AUD Australian dollar. I can see here. Okay. So here, just you need to ensure that whatever the currency or whatever the country which you are gonna implement for. Okay. So you need to just ensure this is, for example, is a test instance. Okay. In case if someone is disabled this, or else someone is undated this, okay, this cannot be available. This cannot be, even if you select that also, currency is not at all gonna be available here. For that reason, just you need to come here and you need to just ensure this is enabled or not. In test instance, everyone try to play based on their practice, exercise and all. But in real time, no one is gonna touch that. Whenever you start working on a project, it's gonna be very unique thing. It's, you never go and touch all this. Just you can come here and you can see that, that's it. You never do disablement and all. Here someone try to disable this and how the functionality working and all, that kind of exercise people may do, but never, it's not at all recommended. Come here, some features like which are available in the system default, you never authorized to do that, because it's gonna be impacted many users. Okay, if you wanted to test that functionality, yes, that's a good thing. But if you really wanted to do that, you can do, and immediately you can come back and you can put that as it is, so that it will not disturb to anyone. Okay, just say 7 steps. This is how you need to come here. No need to define anything. In case if you wanted to add a new currency, in case, just assume that some currency is introduced which is not available in the system, you can come here and you can define it. It's very simple. Okay, but 99.99% all the currencies which are going to be available by default. Okay, see here. Well, this is how we need to complete your currency definition. Just ensure our currency is USD, right? Let's ensure that is enabled or not. Okay, perfect. It's available. Well, available and enabled. Well, next. Okay. Next, whenever you wanted to define any structure, first value set, you need to define that. Basically, the definition of value sets are gonna be determine the future of these segments. Okay, just understand the value set, why we are defining, how it is interlinked to your segment while defining the structure and all. We'll see that. Okay, whenever you guys are going to define, chart of account structure is one of the area, and it's very important and finalizing the segment structure, where chart CY is nothing but chart of account structure of the organization. How many segments you wanted to use that? Either you wanted to use 3 segments, 4 segments, 5 segments, 6 segments, or 30 segments. we can use up to 30 segments. COA, you may get a question also, how many segments can I able to use? Till 30 we can use. But the recommendation is max you can use by 9 segments. 9 segments. So let me list out the segments here, few segments, okay, which would like to. Obviously, company is a mandatory segment. So which company you wanted to track that? Other one is account. Which account the journal entry is going to be hit. Okay, these two are mandatory. We need to assign the segment labels of FlexiFill qualifiers to these two segments. Okay, without doing this, you cannot able to complete your configuration of your chart of account structure. As I said, 30 you can define. 9 would be recommended max case. Okay, when it coming to training, we are gonna use some 3 to 4, because if I put up more segments, it's going to be time consuming activity. Whenever I enter the code combination and all, it's going to be time consuming activity. So let's stick for 4 or 5 segments. Okay, 1 second guys, I'm getting a call. Okay, then. So here the company and account, those two are mandatory. And you can use the department. Department can be used in case you wanted to track the assets. Okay, and department wise, yes, you can go ahead and use that. And you can use company, department, account, and you can, if you wanted to use a product also, you can go ahead and use that. Or else you can use directly future segment. Okay, future segment basically
Intercompany.
no, intercompany, we are gonna, I'm gonna take that scenario separately. Okay.
No,
Whenever
I mean segment wise.
yeah, intercompany, yeah, we can take that. Intercompany, you can take that product, you can take that line of business, you can take that. Okay. So there are different, segments which you have, you can take that. Okay. Here we are, okay, just assume that I wanted to explain about future. Today, company decided go ahead with, let's assume that 3 segments. In future, based on the business expansion, not sure, there are some segments to be introduced. In that case, what it's going to be happen? So it's not at all going to be do or edit anything which are already completed the configuration. Okay. Sorry guys, yeah. So here, future segment, basically, we are creating this. Keep in mind that in case in future, business may require any other segment to be added. Okay, for that reason, we are trying to add that as a future. Always recommend whenever you do the company, any company configuration, recommend 2 feature segments to be available in the system. You need to configure that so that it will be helpful for them. Okay. So just you wanted to do, of course, in training, I'm going to consider 1, but in real time, you need to recommend for 2 segments. Okay. As a future 1 and future 2, because we may not sure, right? In the case business, they wanted to introduce something new, or maybe in case reporting wise, if they wanted to create something based on the need, they may request for that. For the reason, we are going to recommend future 1 and future 2. So when it coming to our training, we are considering with these 4 segments. One is with company, one is with account, one is with department, one is with your future segment. Okay. We need to define all these value sets. Then later, by using the value set, we need to define your structure. Then later, you need to define your deployment. Okay. Is that clear? So far, so clear? Are any doubts, guys, on this area, whatever the configuration which you have started?
Clear.
Okay. So with this, I would like to stop the session. Okay, for today. Tomorrow, we will complete all this configuration, and also I will explain about your rapid process sheet. I will download and I will explain that day after tomorrow, Friday. Okay, tomorrow is Friday. Okay, Saturday, if everyone is okay, we'll have a session, or else we'll continue on Monday. Okay, tomorrow we'll target to complete all this. Definitely we'll complete this. It's a very straightforward activities. Once this is completed, based on the time availability tomorrow, we are gonna discuss about RI sheet. Then later we'll start working on the direct transaction process of GL. Rather going to AP, we'll go one by one module. Okay, is that clear, or any